Can you tell us how you've used that methodology at AT&T and how AT&T as an organization, or really as an institution would probably be a better way to describe it, aligned for you professionally with that kind of framework for gauging your own success?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. Actually, this, if you recall, Joan, so I started with Southwestern Bell, which was actually the smallest of the baby bells after divestiture of the original AT&T. And so back then, this is 1990, nobody gave Southwestern Bell much of a chance to be a very successful telecommunications company. There was the big AT&T. There were much larger, much better positioned baby bells. And there were other telecommunications companies around the world, you know, that were very powerful. So little Southwestern Bell, which was just the local telephone company in Texas, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma, nobody gave, you know, that little Southwestern Bell a chance. But what appealed to me about Southwestern Bell was precisely the fact that I could tell, even though I was an entry-level manager, I could tell that the leadership of this company was very comfortable with thinking big. And my values and the values of these gentlemen that were all from Texas, Oklahoma, and Missouri, amazingly enough, really aligned very well. And you know, by then, I had already married Diane, who I know is a good friend of yours, right? And by the way, the best decision I ever made in my life was marrying Diane. And she's from Missouri. So I actually had already learned that two people could grow in different parts of the world and still have very, very similar values. And that applied that lesson to, you know, when I looked at the leaders of Southwestern Bell, and I thought, you know, I actually can relate to the values of these folks. And, you know, fast forward, you know, 25 years later, Southwestern Bell actually became the acquirer of a number of companies, you know, Pacific Bell, Ameritex, Southern New England, Bell South, and then the original AT&T, and we changed the name to AT&T. So I guess that I have really, I can relate to the people or the players that in principle don't have much of a chance, the underdogs, so to speak, and I guess I do very well in that scenario.